For those people who ask why I don't talk so much, that is the reason. As in, he speaks so well. Everything that I have in my mind is spoken by him. So.
Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to yet another episode. And today we have something special for you. Today we'll be talking about soulmate, and this is because most people, I told you guys before that we get messages and DMs from you, and most people always ask, how do you know if someone is your soulmate? And today we have decided to talk about this also, so that you can give us your input through the comment section. All right, if you feel anything you need to add to this topic of discussion, please feel free to do so. My name is Joe.
My name is Joy.
And together we are Joe and Joy. Baby J kama kawaida amelala pale pembeni as always. So please note that our understanding and our interpretation of soulmate could be different from yours, from what you expect, and it does not mean we are more right than you. It's just that we're giving you our opinion and our understanding. So I'm just gonna ask Joy here, because I don't think this is something we have ever talked about. We just knew that we were right for each other. It's a feeling that we felt and things worked out. That compatibility just worked out by itself, but that does not mean that we have our own understanding of what soulmates are. Maybe she felt she fit in mine, and maybe I fit in hers. I don't know. Achatombie.
Definition ya soulmates.
Not definition, how you understand.
See, definition yangu ya soulmates.
Yes.
Maybe someone that you feel you can spend the rest of your life with.
Based on what? But based on what? Because you know, I can see someone and be like, you know, I can live with that person for the longest time.
Exactly, because love sometimes ends or is not there. Peer passion saa zingine is not there, even in married couples. So what takes you to the end is being able to live with that person, regardless.
Or maybe the question I should have asked is, do you feel like, because most people believe there's that one person meant for you, and in my own opinion, that's the wrongest. Is that a word?
Wrongest.
That's the worst kind of belief that you can have. And the reason why I say this is because most people find it difficult to move on from one relationship to another when one ends, because you believe that one person can only have one person suited for them. And once you believe that this is my soulmate, it will be difficult for you to move on from one relationship to another. That's why people try to force things when they are already done, like gone. Trying to force issues. So do you believe that there is one person for one person, or do you believe they are called the one? Do you believe that? Okay, for me, and I do not believe in this, and actually we should have done this episode in our peas and carrots, because this is how and where we go different. for me, babe, I don't believe there is one person for one person. It's just that you'll find that people behavior and character are similar in some way or another, and you can find maybe I like people who are a certain way, and that's where the term having a type comes from. You'll find someone saying you're not my type, you're not my type. People do have a type, others don't care, as long as you're just breathing and you're just there. For me, I don't believe there is the one, there is the right one. There's a different.
The right one is the one.
Eh?
The right one is the one.
But you see, when you say the one is the one,
yes,
and there's not the one.
They can't be two right ones.
No, they can't be, because people do lose their spouses, and it does not mean they were not in love with them or they didn't love them, and then they move on and they find even a better person. It does not mean you made the mistake the first time because you're happy with that person. It's just that there are some people who get the right ones all the time. Jesikia mse akisema no jamaa the way anapataga wasichana wazuri ama anapataga majamaa wazuri,
meaning there's no right one.
And then there are those people who okay, anyway. and then there are those people who always get the wrong ones. But anyway, coming back to my definition of a soulmate, this is my belief on a soulmate, and maybe you can adopt this and know whether you have met your soulmate or not. And I'm gonna take you back. I'm not preaching, but I'm gonna take you back to the beginning, the Genesis, the Genesis. After God created Adam, and he saw it was not right for him to be alone. He said, I'm gonna make one for you. Who is gonna?
I need to make a better version.
When it comes to these things, Joy. Okay, for the sake of this conversation, let's make her happy. God decided, you know what, I'm gonna make a better one. So you're my better half, or you're my better full.
I'm a better version of you.
You're a better version of me. Okay, so liwano. So the woman was to come in to the man's life as a helper and a companion. Forget about the companion because people get that. But when it comes to the concept of being a helper, they do not understand what that means. It does not mean, when you say someone is a helper, it's taken with a negative connotation to it, that you are a lesser person. You are not. First of all, you are an equal in that union. Number two, a helper could be someone with an advanced skill than the other, someone with an ability that the other one lacks. In short, you're complementing each other. For example, I have my own shortcomings where Joy comes and complements me with her strengths. For example, Joy is very, very kind, very sweet when it comes to people skill. For me, I get angry. Not angry, I get pissed off with people very quickly. And in some situation, I could be so quick to react to it, but baby, Joy calms me down and tells me, no, like, do this, be a bit empathetic, don't do that. That's what I mean. Like, that's one way of becoming a helper. And another way is encouragement. There are those things, that you get or achieve in life, and the first thing you want to do, you want to share with someone who means something to you. And sometimes you can share this news with your family. That means your mother or father or sibling, and it does not feel like you have shared. You want to share with someone like a soulmate. That's what I'm getting at. So my definition of a soulmate comes in these two aspects, companionship and a helper. Most people are good companions, especially when it's cold. The month of June, July, August, they are good companion. And it's okay, even the Bible says when it's cold, two can keep each other warm. Two heads are better than one. It's okay for a companion. But when it comes to helping, that's where there's a problem. And forget about companionship, because you can find companionship with anyone. A soulmate should be a helper. I'm not talking about a blesser. I'm not talking about a financier. Ladies, listen to me. A man is not a helper when he's only financially helping. That's not a helper. A helper is someone who makes you better. I don't know. I don't even need to talk more about this. Like, it's someone who is supposed to uplift you either spiritually, physically, emotionally, mentally, all those things. This is someone who is supposed to protect you. Like, when you're this person, you feel like you're a better self of yourself. And that's where soulmate comes in. And I know most people don't feel like they are better selves of themselves when they are with a certain person. And I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think you're with your soulmate. Newsflash, that's my definition. But again, I said, to each their own. This is my understanding. And if someone asks me why I think Joy is my soulmate, it's because she makes me be a better person, be a better version. But again, I must add something. Sorry, babe, I'm talking too much.
Kuna but.
Yeah?
Kuna but.
Yeah, there's a but. There's always a but. You see, most people, when you think of a helper, I'm not saying that this person is supposed to make you a better person. Like, when I say make, it does not mean like they have to force you. No. First of all, you must be willing to be a better person. And then they are helping. That's where the word helper comes in.
Like, it is not them making you.
Yes, it's not them.
Yourself.
Yes, they are not supposed to change you from your personality. And you see, that's where most people go wrong. You're like, okay, he's like this and this and this. She's like this and this and this. And we have all made that mistake, including myself, where you ignore so many red flags and you think, this person, I can change this person to this. No, you cannot do that, and that's not your work. That's the work of the Creator. Molding people is the work of the Creator. And who is the Creator? I'm not talking about God. I'm talking about the person within. Because we have the power of God to create and to destroy. So you within yourself must first decide, you know what, I'm going to create this version of myself. But you know what, I'm limited. I need a helper. And then in comes in your helper. First of all, you must decide. And this reminds me something, people. Sorry, you want to say something? I might continue. Nakubamba na story yangu. This reminds me of something. What was I talking about?
Creating.
Huh?
Creating a version of yourself.
And a person being a helper. Sorry guys, I have lost that train of thought and I feel bad. So first of all, you must, maybe if I repeat what I was saying, maybe it will come back. You must first of all be willing to be that person and being the creator you are, because we are all creators. Yeah, and that's what people people forget. You over rely so much on God, yet God will say ameshamaliza kazi yake, and he rested on the seventh day. God is still resting. The rest is yours to do. Like, you have been commissioned. You're a creator. Go create a better version of yourself. Go do whatever you want to do, because You can be evil and you can be nice. Now I have remembered what I wanted to say. And before I forget, because I might forget, let me just jump into it. You find people, and this is common, and most men are blamed for this, but even it happens to women, where you find a man has dated a woman for 6 years or more, or even 10 years, and nothing has ever happened, no progress has ever happened, and then they break up, and then this guy goes and meets another lady, and within 6 months, 1 year, they are married and they're living well and they are moving on well, and people will look at this gentleman and say, you are a dog. You wasted that lady's years, and if you knew you didn't want Ama, you didn't love her, because that's why, because you didn't do the things you're doing with this other lady. You find it's easy for them to do things with another lady than they would have done with this other person. But it's not about love. For me, this is my thinking. It has nothing to do with love, that they loved you less or whatever. It's just that when you two people are together, you are so incompatible. You are not each other's soulmate, that you are bringing the worst in each other. And it happens for the longest time, and you are just holding on to it, hoping that things will get better, but then it does not get better, and then you break up. Then this person goes and meets their soulmate, a helper, someone who makes them a better version of themselves. You remember, this person maybe inside wanted to be this, they were looking to be a husband, a father, or they were looking to be an investor, to do this and this and that. And it happens also to the ladies. You find a lady is very focused on everything, but wanarudi nyuma, but then wanaachana na this guy, goes and meets another person, and all of a sudden she's moving goods. Like within a year she's a millionaire, she has bought car, and you know, because these people had the potential in them. It's just that they didn't have a helper. And that's where people go wrong, and you start judging people and everything. If someone moves on from one nation to another, they're supposed to flourish. And they're supposed to flourish. So when that happens, encourage it, because they have met their soulmate. I don't know if you have anything to say, babe.
It's true. What you said is true, but tunajua wababa wa Nairobi. And that's not the case. But anyway, what he has said is true.
Yeah.
Your partner is supposed to like motivate you. You're supposed to go so far when you're with this person that it doesn't feel like he's pushing you. You're supposed to be the one doing it yourself.
They're just there to help you. Yeah, and like I said, help is not financial. Even a little encouragement. Do you know, like, you want to do something and someone says, I believe in you, you can do this. What it could do.
It's true.
Yeah, it could do so much, and people need to start understanding and changing their mindset. And that's why when people asked us, how do I know who my soulmate is, most of the time I ask questions before I answer them, and I have asked, like, I ask interrogatory questions, and most of the time I end up finding that this person wants to take, but they don't want to give in the relationship. The expectation is too much for them. They just want to be served, but they don't want to serve. And at that point I tell them outright, and this is where the question is always asked, what are you bringing to the table? And people have always taken that phrase and misused it. This is where, and this is what you're bringing to the table. So when somebody asks you, what are you bringing to the table, don't think with your job and your salary that is something. You could wake up tomorrow and you don't have that job. Don't think your beauty matters. You could wake up and not have it. But what are you bringing to the table as a helper? How is you as a person going to compliment me? And it's a give and take affair in a relationship, because I'm her helper, she's my helper. That's why I told you it's an equal thing, because her strengths are my strengths, which complement my weaknesses, and my strengths complement her weaknesses, and that's how you make each other better. That's how you know you're soulmates. I have nothing else to add to that. I hope you have taken something from this. If you have not, tupatane siku ingine uko mbele. And if you like, you can kindly share with other people so that they can get to see this. Now I'm gonna leave to my baby here to say something.
What I can say is amen. Memaliza sermon. For those people who ask why I don't talk so much, that is the reason. As in, he speaks so well. Everything that I have in my mind is spoken by him. So when it comes to a place where I have to talk, I don't have anything to say. I'm exhaust kila kitu in a way that everybody can be able to understand. And that in that I don't have to repeat myself.
Yeah. So are you saying my thoughts are your thoughts?
Some because we can't agree on everything.
Yes, I know something I can say that we can debate for years, but today we are done with that. We love you guys, take care. And kuna kitu ingine misidhani kama kuna kitu ingine. No, cheers. I think I should make this peas and carrots. No, it does not. No, this is just anyway. Mmeelewa chenye nimesema.